Everybody experiences crises at some point, whether they be personal or professional. It's never fun when something unexpected completely destroys your plans, yet it does happen more often than anyone would like. If we're lucky, they only causes temporary inconveniences. However, sometimes they permanently change things. What counts in a crisis is how you handle it. Will you allow it to completely ruin you, or will it help you become better and stronger? With high debt levels, declining oil prices, and volatile markets, knowing basic money-saving tricks could save your life and ensure that you can survive a financial crisis if the worst happens. We can't stop a crisis from happening, which is unfortunate, but we do have control over how we react and get ready for one. Before the next financial crisis strikes, make sure you follow a few or all of these steps to keep your funds safe and crisis-proof. But before that, make sure to like and subscribe to the Inlet Financial Coaching channel. Now, let's get started. Your first step to surviving a financial crisis is to create a budget. And once you have one in place, you can start cutting back on your spending. Yes, cut back on your spending by getting rid of unnecessary items. You might think that this is going overboard, but in a financial crisis, learning how to reduce expenses may help you save a ton of money. You may try to spend less on those pizza nights, pricey dinners, and lavish vacations. Spending less makes it easier to keep track of your bills. Do you want to know how? Well, it's simple. When you spend a lot of time arranging your cash flow as a result of researching your income and expenses, you'll be more likely to pay your payments on time and avoid incurring late payment penalties. Automating your finances is one way to make this simpler. This merely indicates that you schedule all of your payments digitally, which is probably not a problem, given that the majority of the globe is now totally digital. By automating your payments, you practically eliminate the possibility of missing one. The system simply runs its course. You only need to program it. Additionally, you need to have an emergency reserve if you wish to survive a financial crisis. No matter how much or how little money you make, you should have something set up for circumstances like this. The most popular advice is to save at least 6 months' worth of your income. But given the unpredictable nature of life, you might wish to aim for a year or even longer. As long as you're consciously trying to continuously expand the fund, do whatever feels comfortable to you. You can avoid using credit cards or even taking out loans with higher interest rates by having an emergency fund. The moment has come to build an emergency fund if you don't have one yet. And don't stop there. Continue to build it. A stable income flow is something else you should strive for, and you can only do so if you have some degree of job stability. If you believe that a crisis may damage your status, you should start looking for alternative sources of income. No one can essentially guarantee that their employment is 100% secure. Even vital service personnel occasionally lose their jobs. It's crucial that you discover a way to produce money, even if it's on your own terms, and a strategy to safeguard your financial future. If this pandemic has taught us anything, it's that there are many different ways to generate money. You can either capitalize on the skills you already possess, improve your skills, or perhaps even learn new in-demand skills. This is what will enable you to maintain your position in a dynamic environment. You should therefore diversify your income today more than ever. Look for a side job that suits you. You maintain security in this manner even during trying times. Make money from your hobby. Explore ways to make money whenever you can, and avoid putting restrictions on yourself. Now that you have a reliable source of income, it's time to invest. Investing enables passive income generation. In this manner, you can make money without even being present. Take a portion of your earnings and invest it in successful ventures. Don't make investment decisions based on your emotions. You'll probably lose money. Do your homework, do some research, and invest in businesses that will increase your income. You shouldn't begin to worry or feel anxious during a recession. If you've invested, don't act impulsively, which will lead you to make quick judgments on your investments. Before making any significant choices or adjustments about your investments, get in touch with a credible financial advisor. And you are aware that if you're constantly in debt, it is virtually impossible to save for an emergency fund as well as an investment. You certainly don't want people bugging you for money you owe them if you intend to survive during a financial crisis. Therefore, be sure to commit to paying off your obligations, particularly those with high interest rates. Sure, for several people, it is practically difficult to live debt-free. Nevertheless, it's crucial that you assess your bills and make an attempt to pay them in order to relieve yourself from as much debt as you can. Although it can look difficult, this is really quite simple. All you need to do is direct a portion of your excess income toward paying down your debts. Since having good credit is extremely important and is typically a last resort for people, credit cards are the ones you should look into paying off as soon as possible. Therefore, you don't want to have a massive credit card debt. Another option is to consider getting a credit card with a better deal and a cheaper interest rate. Through this, you'd pay less interest, which could speed up the repayment of your obligations, or perhaps offer you some leeway in terms of your spending. Insurance is a critical element in surviving a loss, thus it's vital that you have good insurance. The importance of having good insurance cannot be overstated, but it's also extremely important to compare prices. It doesn't matter if you have too much insurance on you or if you could acquire the insurance you have for less money. These are adjustments that can have an impact on your monthly costs and aid in their reduction. It's essential that you have the insurance coverage you truly need instead of the bare minimum, with reference to your previous policies and the ones you are planning to purchase. Additionally, it's critical that you do not overlook routine maintenance while you work to manage your finances and get your life in order. You may save a lot of money over time by maintaining the quality of your home, car, and also your health. A great place to start is always with preventative measures. Consequently, it would be a good idea to stay on top of your regular maintenance tasks. Although you might feel you don't have the time or resources to address them as of the moment, you should keep in mind that if you don't address them now, they could get worse. And lastly, you can't live life entirely by yourself. We prefer to share our great moments with people, and it only makes sense that we should do the same when we are having problems or facing a difficult time. It's crucial to let your loved ones know when you're going through anything like this. Without help, you're not strong. Rather, it only limits the amount of useful feedback you could receive in an effort to improve or be more effective. Therefore, talk to someone you can trust, such as your partner, family, friends, or an expert. You should always attempt to keep your doors open, since you never know where or how help might come. Even though life is unpredictable, you can avoid trouble by being cautious and well prepared. With the right planning, a possible financial crisis can be limited to a brief setback. The way we respond to a crisis can determine whether we succeed or fail. Although you might think you have no control during a financial crisis, there's actually a lot you can do before it happens and during. That's a wrap for this episode, which we hope you enjoyed and learned something from. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Inlet Financial Coaching channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.